What if the reason you keep starting over has nothing to do with discipline? What if the real problem is that you've been trying to control a journey that was never meant to be controlled? I think many women approach their health with good intentions. They want to lose weight, feel better, have more energy, be more consistent, honor God with their bodies, but somewhere along the way, health quietly becomes about control. Controlling food, controlling the scale, controlling outcomes, timelines, controlling results. And while that sounds responsible, it often creates something very different: pressure. Today, I want to talk about the difference between control and surrender in your health journey, and why this shift may be one of the most important changes a woman can make. Control feels responsible because it sounds productive. If I can just find the right plan, stay motivated, if I can just stop making mistakes, if I can just do everything better or perfectly, then everything will work out. The problem is that control creates an impossible standard because life is unpredictable. Schedules change, stress happens, travel happens, hormones happen, family needs happen, unexpected seasons happen. And when control is the foundation, every interruption feels like failure. That's why so many women find themselves stuck in a cycle of start strong, fall behind, feel guilty, start over, then repeat. Not because they don't care or they're lazy, but because they're trying to build consistency on control. One thing I've noticed after working with so many women over the years is that pressure works for a little while. Pressure can help you get started. Pressure can create short-term results. It can also create intensity. But pressure and peace don't go together. Pressure cannot create peace. And pressure usually struggles to survive real life. The problem isn't what happens when everything goes well. The problem is what happens when life gets hard. What happens after vacation? What happens during stressful months? What happens when you're caring for everyone else and your energy drops? What happens when you find that motivation has disappeared? If your entire health journey depends on perfect conditions, eventually it will fall apart. And that's when women often assume they failed. But maybe the issue isn't failure. Maybe the foundation was never built to hold. Now, when I say surrender, I don't mean giving up. I don't mean becoming passive. I don't mean not caring or abandoning responsibility. Biblical surrender is not the absence of action. It's releasing outcomes while remaining faithful to stewardship. Did you hear that? It's releasing outcomes while remaining faithful to stewardship. That's very different. Control says I need to force the result. Surrender says I will faithfully steward what God has entrusted to me today. Control becomes obsessed with outcomes. Surrender focuses on faithfulness. Control asks, how do I make this happen? Surrender asks, what is my faithful next step? And honestly, that question has brought me far more peace than almost anything else. Because some days the next faithful step is a workout. Some days it's a walk or getting to bed earlier, drinking more water. Some days it's choosing not to spiral after a difficult day. Faithfulness looks different depending on the season, but it always moves us forward. That shift changes everything. The women I see create lasting change eventually stop asking, how do I control my body? They start asking, how do I faithfully steward what God has entrusted to me? That's a completely different foundation. One foundation creates pressure, the other creates peace. One creates obsession, the other creates stewardship. One constantly fears failure, while the other learns how to keep returning. And I think that's the shift many women are missing. Not another plan, not another challenge, not more information, but a different foundation. For years, I thought the answer was finding the perfect plan. Then I thought the answer was more discipline. I also thought the answer was to try harder. What I'm learning now is that lasting change is built differently, not through control, but through stewardship, not through pressure, but through faithfulness, not through obsessing over outcomes, but through taking the next faithful step. And if this resonates with you, I want to personally invite you to a free Zoom training I'm hosting this week called Biblical Body Stewardship, the foundation most women are missing. We're going to go deeper into what stewardship actually looks like in real life and why so many women continue to struggle even when they know what to do. If you're not part of our Facebook group, Biblical Body Stewardship, then make sure you join where you will get information about this event, and we would love to share the details with you. I hope you'll join me inside the group, and remember, you don't have to control everything. You simply need to take the next faithful step today.